Welcome back, boys and girls, to another exciting edition of Distinct Voices and Diverse Perspectives with your host, me, Mrs. Inman. All right, so today we are going to start Lesson 13. We're coming down to the end of this unit. What you're going to need to succeed today is your metro text, a pencil, and a highlighter. Quickly grab those things, and then we will dive into our lesson. All right, so our goal today is I can compare and contrast the character's point of view in multiple texts. So we're going to take a couple of our stories and compare and contrast those. The stories that we're looking at are Permission Slips and Gold Country. Let's talk a little bit about point of view. So the point of view is how the narrator is telling the story. It is how, it's how the story is being told and from what point of view that is. So if we talk about first person point of view, remember it's me. It's all about me. Me. Okay? So the narrator is a character in the story. We only hear the story from that narrator's point of view. No one else is telling the story. It's just told right from the narrator's point of view. Some of our key words are I, me, my, us, ours, we. Okay, and here's an example from a book that I'm sure that you've heard before, Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. It's all about me in that text. So if you've read the book Crash, that is also in first person point of view, and of course our book Because of Mr. Terrupt is also first person point of view. Let's talk about second person point of view. We're going to review these. It's you. So the narrator makes you a character in the story. Keywords, of course, are you, yours, your. So it says, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And that was a quote by President John F. Kennedy. So you are the character in the story. Some examples would be the abominable snowman, also the jungle, the Titanic, an earthquake. You are the character. You are part of the story. And of course, last but certainly not least, is third person point of view. He or she. The narrator is not at all a character in the story. Some keywords are he, she, they, them, him, her, their. The narrator will also use a character's names instead of I. So it will be like Johnny or Jimmy instead of I. We've got third person limited. So the narrator shares the thoughts and feelings of one character. So that's third person limited. Harry Potter, for example, is a great book on third person limited. Some of you have read that. Third person omniscient. The narrator shares thoughts and feelings of all the characters. So like Charlotte's Web. Such a great book. But the narrator is sharing the thoughts and feelings of all of the characters within Charlotte's Web. Okay, let's talk about comparing our two passages. So what is similar about these passages? So up here we've got permission slips. So wishing there were some special words I could say to get Mama and Papa to sign it. Down here is, I can't find words to say how grateful I was. He signed that slip, and he is Papa, of course. Down here it said blessing, and remember, blessing in Gold Country is the brother. Blessing would have loved machines. So think about it. It's talking a lot about family there. So maybe something that they have in common is that family is important for both characters. So that's what's similar. So now let's talk about contrast, or what is different about these passages. Okay, well, same thing. Wishing there were some special words I could say to get Mama and Papa to sign. I can't find words to say how grateful I was he signed that slip. And then Blessing would have loved the machines. Runt doesn't mention his parents at all, but Maya does. So that's the difference there. It's your turn. So I want you to reread page 9 in permission slips and page 21 in Gold Country. You have to think about, how do Runt and Maya feel about school? And support your answers with text evidence. Pause here, take about 5 minutes to do this, and then come on back so we can go over it. Welcome back. All right. So in permission slip, it says, since I left ESL, I often feel like I'm in the middle of a game where I don't know the players, the rules, or even the object of the game. We're looking for what is similar about these passages, okay? Comparing what's similar. In Gold Country, it says, he comes from a country called Australia. I'm embarrassed to say that I have never heard of it. I wish we had studied more about the world. However, our teacher felt that China was the most civilized country in the world. Why should we study any other place? So both Runt and Maya feel like school has not prepared them for their new homes. They're like, I mean, up here, Maya's like, I feel like I'm in the middle of a game. I don't know where anything is. I don't know anything that's going on. And then Runt is, he comes from a country called Australia. I don't even know if I've heard of that. So what's similar here is that they don't feel like school has prepared them for their new home. So make sure that you highlight these parts as showing text evidence and write down what's similar. All right, let's talk about contrast. What's different in these passages? So again, since I got put in the mainstream and had to leave ESL, since I left ESL, I often feel like I'm in the middle of a game where I don't know the players, the rules, or even the object of the game. And then it talks again about he comes from a country called Australia. I'm embarrassed to say that I have never heard of it. I wish I had studied more about the world. However, our teacher felt that China was the most civilized country in the world. Why should we study any other place? What did you come up with that is different about these passages? Right. Maya is still in school. Runt is no longer in school. You got to think about that one. So, let's take a look at our goal again. I can compare and contrast the character's point of view in multiple texts. Are you a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1? Write that number down in the corner of your mentor text, and I will see you again tomorrow.